AC Tucket, papi. Necesito paquete, compresor nuevo. La bebecita va a tener el aire, ¿ah? Ay, Dios mío. Old, new. Alright, what's good, YouTube? Back with another video. Yo, today, matter of fact, let me show y'all what we're doing, cuz. Today, we put on that AC tuck kit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alright, so long story short, when I first got this car, obviously I had an AC like 3-4 years ago. I had AC. Over time, I guess the clutch went bad. It started to lock up on the compressor. I got a used compressor. Instead of buying a new compressor, I got a used compressor. That used compressor lasted me like 2-3 years maybe. And it just went out recently, actually this year. Last year it went out. And honestly, I'm the only person that is always in this car. So I didn't mind, the temp. It never got that hot. But now that this summer's here, boy, it's burning, boy. So I said, fuck it, you know what? Compressor went bad. Started to lock up as well. But also I had an AC leak. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. We gonna remove these ugly ass AC lines. Because I hated it. It was always in the way. I couldn't do nothing. Every time I had to remove the serpentine belt or work on this side, the AC lines was in the way. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. Let's get a new compressor. Brand new compressor. I don't want none of that used. No. Brand new compressor. And let's get the AC tuck kit so that we can leave that nice and clean out there. So I did. And I was just at work just now. And I was able to put the AC compressor. Dang, I can't see it. There it is. I was able to put the AC compressor at work just to give me a head start. So once I get home, all I gotta do is move the bumper, move the fender, and get to work on this AC tuck kit. So that's what we're about to do right now. Let's get to it. All right, so all I gotta do is remove the bumper. I gotta disconnect the fog light so I can remove the bumper all the way. I think I have some push tabs on the bottom, push pins, and remove the fender. I might have to remove the headlight as well. I'm not too sure. I think I do. I can't remember exactly. We gotta figure that out right now though. All right, so bumper removed. I moved the bumper over this way because I have it zip tied to that fender liner over there, so I don't feel like cutting that. Anyways, all the work you have to do is over here. All right, so this plastic piece literally just slid off. I had one push pin. Take off that push pin. We got these 10s right here. I believe there's a 10 back there. I'm not too sure. I never took off this fender before, but I know there's these 10s and there's 10s in this corner down here. I believe there's 10s right behind this cow piece right here. All right, so yeah, just remove the headlight. It's way easier. There was a bolt here, and there's a bolt here, which I had removed already before because I don't need that bolt. And there's a bolt up here, and just unplug the wiring harness. That dude out of there. Okay, so I was close. That bolt that I was saying that was back here is actually, okay, it's right there. So that's the last one, and this fender should come off. And for those of you that have the fender liner, don't forget you're gonna have to take it out from the push pins and all that. Bro, let me put this in. The push pins that go all the way around. I don't have a fender liner, so I don't gotta worry about none of that. But yeah, I think that's the last bolt. There's a bolt right here. There you go. Now that should be in. This thing looks freaking crazy like this, dude. Look at those tires. Ooh! Look like it's time for new tires. Hell nah. We're gonna run this today bald. But so basically, AC line is gonna go here. It's gonna go that way, and then I think right here, this guy, you gotta bend it a little bit, break it, and then there's gonna be 2 holes that you're gonna make back here. They're gonna run behind there, come behind to the firewall. Still gotta take this guy out, but they're gonna come behind to the firewall. You gotta take out that TXV, put the new TXV, and so on. You guys are gonna see. Oh, and there's my bolt. But yeah, we're gonna see as we go. All right, so I made myself some room. Took off the front bar right there, because I got that metal piece out the way. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the there's a stud back there that we gotta remove so that we can be able to put on this new TXV right here, this piece right here. And make sure y'all lube up these O-rings. Always lube up the O-rings, because sometimes when you go to push in any AC line, injector, whatever, you pushing it in, that can cause the O-ring to roll, potentially break, even when pulling it out. So make sure y'all lube it up and just push it in by hand, thread it in by hand, make sure y'all get that tight. But let's go ahead and remove that TXV. Remove the stud, not the TXV. TXV is already out, the old one. But we gotta remove the stud. It's a 10 millimeter, so let me get up in there. And the engine is hot, so. There it is. There's the stud. It was a hex. Snugged her up real nice. You don't want to go too tight because obviously you might break it. But please do me a favor, y'all. Make sure your car is cold. When I tell you I was burning myself on this valve cover, man, focus, man. What are you doing? When I tell you, y'all, this valve cover is hot, bro, burning myself, dude. Look, my arm right there. Right. Okay, never mind. But please work on the car when it's cold, dude, because y'all gonna be burning yourself trying to do that. Don't be retarded like me, dude. Now, we gotta come over here and, dang, I don't want to mess up my car, dude. But we gotta mess up my car, and I'm looking here right now, actually, and there's a bolt right here, dude. What's that all about? We're gonna make a hole here, and we gotta make a hole here, but this piece is in the way, so we're gonna have to hammer it up. Some people cut it right here and hammer it up. I'm gonna see if I can just hammer it up enough to where I don't have to cut, but I might have to cut. So, all right, so me being me, I forgot my hammer at work, and we used to have another hammer somewhere around here, but I cannot find it. And I have that sledgehammer, but I'm not gonna swing at that, bro. So simply, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and lift up the car, take off the wheel, and we're gonna get to cutting. I got a whole cutting machine over there. We're gonna get to work, so let's get that. All right, so as y'all saw, got a good cut on it. Hammered it up the best I can. All these sharp things we don't want hanging at all, because the lines, it might cut into the lines, and we don't want none of that. So time to make the holes. One here and one right next to it. All right, so obviously the drill bit, the step drill bit that I had didn't work. I had to go to Home Depot, buy this one. It was $75, but dude, it made these holes instantly. So now we're gonna run the AC lines through there, run them through the fender, down, plug it up, and call it a night because I want to go to sleep. All right, so we got the wide view here, but this is the low side, and this is the thicker line. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run it through there first. The hole is right there, so we're gonna run it through there first on that end, because this end has the two thing and you can't really get it on this side. So we're gonna run it on the lower hole. That side, we're gonna run it through that hole. One thing I forgot to mention is these grommets. They do have these grommets to put in these holes so that the lines don't get cut or anything. So we gotta try to squeeze those guys in there. Gun is getting hot. You about to overheat? Oh, I hear that. All right, so I think we are done We got the big line going through there. The O-ring, of course, going through here to the top. Top side goes down through the bottom. It's tightened over there with the O-ring. The other one tightened over there with the O-ring, runs through the second hole, comes underneath. We got zip ties just to hold them together. The clamp, zip tie, clamp. This is good here, it's not going nowhere. We got our adapter here. It's tightened with O-rings, both of them. This guy here, this guy, sensors from the old one, already has the O-ring. We kind of had to unpin it and then pull back this pin a little bit so I can get more room to plug it in. Then we got another, the clamp here. You guys saw earlier, I was just fighting to get a freaking bolt here. I couldn't, so I used 2 zip ties. There's like this threaded nut here. I don't know what I had here before, but I just put it through there because it was open. Zip tie these things just to hold it in place. Then this guy runs underneath, connects there. This guy has an O-ring, that guy has an O-ring, tightened down with the bolt, and that's it. And now obviously when I go to put the headlight in, this is probably gonna push down a little bit and be underneath that, but we're gonna put everything back together and go to freaking sleep, dude. Oh, and another thing is, before I go to bed, this here is a belt that I bypassed so that it wouldn't be on the compressor, the old compressor, because the old compressor was about to lock up, and if it locks up, it was about to break the belt and all that good stuff. So I do have my old belt in the trunk. That old belt was brand new. The only problem I'm having is this plastic idler pulley, dude. Over time, I guess, just melts or whatever. I don't know. I should have got a new one earlier because I was at AutoZone, and I do have warranty on the idler pulley, but I didn't get it. So we're just gonna run with that. All right, so this is the next day. I got to a point where I looked at the time, dude. I was taking way longer than I was supposed to be. So I said, you know what? Let me just get this shit done. The last thing I showed was, I think, the AC lines, how they run. All I did was put everything back together. I came to work, and now I'm on my lunch break. Right before I went on my lunch break, I went ahead. I recovered any old Freon, if there wasn't any in there, and then I vacuumed the whole system, charged it up, and I'm driving it right now, and boy. So I mean, I did turn it off a second ago. It probably should be colder in here. I just want to make sure compressor was kicking on and everything, but it's blowing cold. It definitely is blowing cold. But so far, dude, honestly, dude, this is perfect. It's blowing good. It is blowing cold. Yeah, it is blowing cold. And obviously, as you drive more and leave it on, it's gonna get colder and colder inside the car. So yeah, but we do have AC, so let's go, baby.